Hello guys, good evening everyone. I'm so sorry, I've been having a bit of a network issue, so it's been taking me off and on the live section. So my apologies for that, guys. So if you're already on this call right now, just signify your presence by waving. Just drop a wave so I know you're here. If you're already on this live video, on this call, please drop a wave, introduce yourself and where you're joining from. I'd love to know if you're here and if you can hear me. If you can hear me, just drop your name and where you're joining from in the comment section. I hope we can hear me though. I hope we can hear me. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead to introduce myself. My name is Abigail Oluwakemi Odelade. Okay, Boluwatito. Amazing. Good to have you here. So I'm gonna encourage you to share the link, this live call link, to your groups, to your friends, to your colleagues, to fellow entrepreneurs and business owners. You want to bring them on this call because we are going to be sharing something massive tonight. We also have started, but I've been having a network downtime and I had to just keep trying before I was able to finally come online. So I'd encourage you to share the link to your friends, bring them on board. I can see Abigail Ignua. Abigail, it's good to have you here. Thanks for coming on board. So my name is Abigail. I am from Nigeria, and tonight I'm going to be speaking to entrepreneurs and business owners. If you own a business, if you're an entrepreneur and you have something you're doing, that's bringing money in for you aside from your 9-to-5 job, then this call is for you, because on this call I'm going to be sharing some massive information that's going to help you to 10x your sale. It will help you position before your ideal audience and brand your products, brand your services the right way. So I'm so happy to be here tonight. I'm so happy to be having this section with you all. Yeah, I can see Genevieve. Welcome on board. It's good to have you here. All right, so guys, I would encourage you once again to share this live call with your friends, share with your colleagues, with fellow business owners and entrepreneurs. You want to bring them on this call for this massive information, right? So I'm just going to have few of us introduce our businesses in the comment section. What do you do? What kind of business are you into? Just drop it in one sentence in the comments. I would love to read from you. If you can hear me, I want to be sure that we're together. So just drop in the comment section a brief sentence about what you do or what you're into, the service you provide, or the lockdown time, and it's really stressing me out tonight. Okay, I'm a content writer and marketer. All right, amazing. Thank you so much, Bolu. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you so much. So I'm so sorry, my network keeps going off and on, and once it goes off, it really stresses me out. I'm so sorry. Okay, so Genevieve, what are you into? I would love to know. I'd love to know what you're into, what you do as a business owner or entrepreneur. What do you do? What are you into? Please share with me in the comment section. I'd also love to proceed because of time, because I would love to, there's a whole lot I would love to talk about, and I would love to also save time, right? So today, one of the biggest challenges or problems that business owners and entrepreneurs face is the issue of sales. Like, a lot of people are not making sales. They struggle to get people to buy from them, to get people to Okay, thank you, Genevieve. Writing and editing, amazing. So, a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners struggle to make sales. They struggle to get people to buy from them, right? They struggle to get their businesses or their services before their ideal audience, their target audience. And I think that's a general problem, right? It's a general issue. And I love to use myself as a case study. As a realtor, as a real estate expert, I did not start out with closing deals or making sales and all that. It was really a tough start for me. When I say a tough start, I mean it was it was a tough start for me, because to get someone to actually buy what I was selling was quite difficult. For me to actually convince someone about my product, was actually it took a lot of work and effort from me. But then I started doing things differently, and that is what I'm going to share with us on this call. Now, the first thing you need to ask yourself before going into any line of business at all is, why are you venturing into this line of business? Why did you choose this line of business? Why did you choose to offer this particular product? Why did you choose to offer this particular service? Are you going into this line of product or service because your friends are in it? Are you going into it because all your colleagues are doing the same thing? The reason for going into a particular line of business has to be genuine, has to come from within, has to be strong enough. So the first thing that I ask entrepreneurs or business owners is, what is your why? Why are you going into it? Why are you venturing into this line of business? Why do you want to offer this service to your audience? A lot of individuals make the mistake of going into business because everybody is doing that business. You are into skincare products, into skincare line, because a lot of people are doing skincare business. A lot of people are into hair business. A lot of people are into makeup, beautification and all that. Now, going into a business that you have no interest in will be frustrating on the long run, because every business journey, I mean every entrepreneurial journey, comes with its own tests. It comes with its own difficulties and with its own challenge. That is why you need to have a strong why. Your why needs to be strong enough to keep you in that business when every other factor is discouraging you, when you have no reason to still be there. So what is your why? And this is what I call the TBS strategy. This is the bedrock strategy. This is the bedrock of your business. This is where it starts from. It starts with your bedrock strategy. What is your why? What is your why? Why are you going into that business? If your why is strong enough, then you need to go on to decide on your what. What are you going to be offering to your audience? What products are you going to sell to them? What services are you going to sell to them? Without a clearly defined what, you do not have a business. Without a product or without a service, you do not have a business. You cannot say you have a business if you do not know what you want to sell to your audience. So you have your why, you have your what, and you have your who. These three components make up your bedrock strategy. They make up your bedrock strategy. They make up the basis for your business. They make up the basis for your business. The bedrock strategy is made up of your why, your what, and your who. And this is the last category under the bedrock strategy, your who. Who are you selling to? This is where you get to define your target audience. Who will you be marketing to? Who will you be selling your product or your service to? Your who needs to be strong enough, clearly defined. Clearly defined. A lot of people venture into business without defining who they want to sell to. So you want to sell skincare products to who? To audience under the age of 18 or 15. Do they have the resources? Do they have the financial capacity to buy your products, to patronize you? So when you begin to market skincare products on Facebook, or you run a Facebook ads and your target audience is between 12 to 15, do you think that ad is going to convert? The reason why you're running that ad is because you did not clearly define who you want to sell to. You did not clearly define it, and that is why a lot of startups and business owners actually fold up within the first few years of starting their businesses, because they did not have the bedrock strategy clearly defined. So for you to do well in business, you need to clearly define your bedrock. What is your bedrock strategy? Do you have it clearly defined first? What is your why? Why are you going into that business? What are you going to sell? What is your what are you selling to your audience? What do you want to offer? What product, what service do you want to offer to your audience? And who are you selling to? Who are your target audience? You need to clearly define this for you to be able to channel your marketing strategies right. So your bedrock strategy is the first thing that you want to talk about. You want to clearly define when you're going into a business as an entrepreneur or business owner. Now I'm going to move on to the attraction strategy. Your attraction strategy is simply how grab the attention of your target audience. This is where your attraction strategy comes in. How do you grab their attention? You know who you want to sell to. You know who your target audience is. You know who they are, right? You probably even know where they are already. Now, how do you get them to patronize you? Let's take myself for an example. When I started real estate business, honestly, I knew that my target audience were, executives or managing directors and all that. But then I needed to put myself in front of them. I needed to make them notice me. I needed to make them trust me. I needed to make them, convinced about me, for them to be able to drop money to invest with millions of naira in the properties that I'm selling. So what did I do? First thing I did was I had to work on my branding. For your business to be successful, you need to be intentional about your branding. Branding is everything. Branding is everything. I had to brand myself. I had to work on my personal branding, and that was the first thing that really helped me. I had to start positioning myself in the way I want those people to perceive me, in the way I want to be seen, in the way I want them to, address and relate with me. So who are your target audience? When you know them, then how do you get attracted, or how do you get them to notice you? How do you get attracted to them? Or how do you get to attract them to you as a business owner or entrepreneur? What is your attraction strategy? The first thing is your branding. You're on social media, your profile is not even optimized. How do you expect people to patronize you? Optimizing your profile will entail putting up everything, that would clearly define who you are to your audience. Even before they come into your DM to ask you what you're doing, they can clearly see, or to an extent define who you are. And that is profile optimization for you. It comes from it entails your display picture. What kind of picture do you have on your profile there? What kind of picture do you have up on your profile? What kind of picture do they see? You're positioning yourself as an executive or as a professional, and you have a picture that is not even portraying you as such. You have a picture where you have maybe a Snapchat sticker. You have, thank God it's Friday. And you have all manner of funny things up there on your display picture, and you're telling your audience that you're an executive or you're a professional. How? It's not even sinking. So the first thing is your picture. What kind of picture do you have on display on your profile? What kind of display picture do you have up there, right? And the second thing, or the second aspect of personal branding when it comes to profile optimization, is your headline. What is your headline saying? When your audience come on your page, can they see, can they easily pick who you are from your headline? A lot of us don't even have an headline. I see a lot of people on LinkedIn. For a couple of weeks now, I've been having a lot of series on LinkedIn, and I see a lot of people, especially newbies, without an headline, no headline at all. It applies across all social media platforms. Your headline should be able to clearly communicate who you are or who your audience should expect. So if it is not communicating who you are or who your audience should expect rather, then your headline is not clearly optimized. It is not well optimized. So who are you? Your headline should be able to define who you are. Then the next aspect is your about section. Well, about section varies from across different social media platforms, but on Instagram here, your about section is not really, doesn't give you room to say so much, but you can say a few important things on your about section on Instagram. So utilize the space you have and tell your audience about what you do. In your about section, you should be able to connect with your audience pain point, right? What is that thing that gives your audience so much trouble, so much stress? What is that thing that troubles them day and night that you have a solution for, right? So your about section should connect with your audience pain point, and it should clearly highlight the solution you're bringing to the table. This is very important in profile optimization. All right, so I've mentioned your display picture, I mentioned your headline, I mentioned your about section, and the next aspect, which is very important as well, is your content. Now, before I move on to the content, I want to know if you're getting value from this call. If you're getting value from this call, and if you've been following all I've been saying so far, just drop a yes in the comment section so that I would know we're together. Just drop a yes in the comment section. If you've been getting value, if you've been following me, a yes in the comment section. Can I get a yes? If you have any questions at this point, please feel free to drop them in the comment section, and I'll pick your questions and reply them as soon as I can. All right, so the third strategy I would love to share with you is the awareness strategy. The awareness strategy is simply how well you utilize the resources at your disposal to gain awareness for yourself. Now that you have your profile well optimized and attractive enough to keep your target audience glued to your profile, then how do you create awareness? How do you create awareness around your brand, around your business, around your services? One of those strategies you can actually adopt is your content creation. Guys, content is very important. Content is king. Your content will tell if your audience will stay on your profile and patronize you or not. Your content will tell who stays and who leaves. Your content is everything. What kind of content are you putting out there? What kind of content are you creating on your page? A lot of us a lot of business owners rather have pages that are just dormant. No content is going out there. And mind you, I'd love to chip this in. Social media platforms work differently, right? All social media platforms are not the same. The fact that you can do a very short reels video and post on Instagram and gain a lot of likes and all that doesn't mean the same thing will work on LinkedIn. It doesn't mean the same thing will work on Facebook. It might work on TikTok, right? So you need to understand how this social media platform works, and social media is a great way to gain awareness for yourself. When I was struggling with making sales in my real estate business, one of the things I did was I began to leverage the power of social media to gain awareness for my brand, to gain awareness for my services. So what I did was I started building content. I'm sorry guys, I think there is a lag in time in the call, my words are getting to you maybe long after I might have said them. The network is a bit down, so kindly bear with me, okay? So one of the things I did was I started building content around my services. I started building content around my products. I wanted more people to know about what I was doing. I wanted more people to know about the services I was rendering. So what did I do? I started creating content. I started creating content, write-ups, videos, carousels, articles. One of the beautiful thing about content creation is that it will help you position as an authority in your niche or in your field, right? It will help you position as an authority. It will help your target audience trust you more to do business with you or to patronize you. So I started building content. Now I defined what I wanted to sell. Remember, we did that earlier on this call. Under our bedrock strategy, we defined the what. So I defined what I wanted to sell to my target audience, and after defining that, the next thing I did was I built my content pillars. What are your content pillars? Your content pillars are topics around your services or your products. They are topics or they are topics you can talk about around your services or your products. I can talk about how to avoid being scammed through real estate. I can talk about documentation in real estate. I can talk about AI or the development of introduction of AI in real estate. I can talk about a lot of things. These are my content pillars. These are topics around your products and services. So let's say we had a content writer, editor on this call. Now, as an editor, there are a lot of things you can actually talk about content, or how to put out content that resonates with your target audience, or how to build its content. There are a lot of things you can talk about. Just position yourself as an authority in your niche. How to avoid grammatical errors in your content. As an editor, these are content pillars that you can actually build on. These are content pillars that you can actually develop, right? So defining your what is very important, and it leads you to define your content pillars. What are your content pillars? Develop the things you want to start talking about. Develop the topics you can share around your products or around your services. If you're into skincare, how to you build ideas around those topics. You build ideas. There are tons of ideas. In fact, right now there are so many tools that you can use to create more than 100 content ideas in less than 5 minutes. There are a lot of tools you can actually use, and I think you can begin to harness this artificial intelligence to build content around your products and your services, right? So the next strategy I would love to share with us on this call is what I call the bonus strategy, and it is how you sell to your audience without actually sounding salesy. How do you sell to people? Now, we've defined the basics first, because these basics are they are very important, and they are the most critical aspect in any entrepreneurial journey, or in any journey you want to embark on as a business owner. These basics are very important, right? Your bedrock strategy, your attraction strategy, your awareness strategy, all this needs to be clearly defined first. And this is how this is where you can actually begin to build authority from. This is how you can actually begin to position as an authority in your niche or in your field, right? Now, when you have these basics defined, the main thing that actually helps you generate the kind of results you're looking for after putting in all the work is what I call the reverse decoy. Now, I'm going to explain that by telling my own story, right? When I started in real estate, like I explained before, I wasn't selling, and it was very difficult for me to get the attention of my target audience. So I began to work on my attraction strategy. After that, I had to implement the awareness strategy. I started building awareness around myself, around my personal brand through content creation. And afterwards, I applied the reverse decoy. I stopped selling the products. I stopped selling my services. I stopped telling them, come and buy a plot of land in Ibejuleki or in Ekpe. I stopped telling them, come and buy a residential apartment or a residential property, which is ideal for your family and for your household. I stopped all that. So what was I doing? I was still selling real estate and I was selling well. But what was I doing? I applied the reverse decoy. The reverse decoy works in two ways. The first is to sell the benefits. People will buy from you when they know that that product or service is beneficial to them. If they are fully convinced that what they're about to put their money into will benefit them in one way or the other, trust me, they will buy from you. Effortlessly, they will patronize you. So what was I doing? I was selling the benefits of real estate. So instead of telling them, come and buy a house, I was telling them, come and build sustainable stream of income for yourself. Come and build sustainable wealth for yourself. And who wouldn't want to build sustainable wealth? Who are you going to tell that you have a secret through which they can actually build wealth that can be passed on to their children up onto their seventh generation? Who will you tell such a thing that wouldn't be interested, right? So I started selling the benefits of real estate. I wasn't selling real estate anymore, and that was the game changer for me. So sell the benefits, not the products. I see a lot of entrepreneurs make this mistake, time and again. They go on their WhatsApp status, they just post products there on their WhatsApp status. They post different items, and telling people, come and buy what I'm selling, come and buy what I'm selling, They won't buy. People are not interested in business owners or entrepreneurs that sound salesy, who are too salesy. Why? Because people are not triggered to easily drop their money. They're not triggered to easily let go or depart or part with money. So when you're sounding salesy, what people will see or the way they perceive it is that this one just want to chop my money, right? They just want to take money from me. But when they see that what you're selling to them has a level of benefits, or it's going to benefit them in one way or the other, trust me, they would patronize you. You don't even need to put the price. They'll come into your DM and ask you, please, that thing you talked about just now, I'm interested, how much? So when I tell people that they can actually build sustainable wealth for themselves, they come into my DM and ask me how. I'm interested. And I begin to tell them, well, if you invest in Ibejuleki, in the next 5 years, you make up to 200, percent return on your investment. And who wouldn't want 200% return on your investment? And that's not all. After your 200% on your investment, that same property will still keep generating, streams of income for you that will outlive you if you know how to manage it right. And I go on to tell them that that property can still make more money for you while it is still in your name, even without selling it off. I mean, that kind of person or individual becomes so interested, and the next thing is, how do I make payments? How much is the property? How do I make payments? Or when do we inspect the property? So until you learn to sell the benefits, I hardly post about, I hardly put up products on my WhatsApp status. Like, I just put up products and disappear without a caption that is selling the benefits of that product or the benefits of that service. So the only way to get people to actually patronize you or buy from you is by learning to sell the benefits, because people respond to benefits more. People won't easily part with their money. They won't easily part with their funds if they're not fully convinced that that product or that service will be of benefit to them. Now, the second strategy under the reverse decoy is sell the emotion. Sell the emotion. What is the emotion behind your product and service? Now, let's take Coca-Cola as a case study, right? Now, Coca-Cola sells an emotion of refreshment to us. Anytime you watch your screens and you see Coca-Cola advertisements being displayed, what do you see? You either see a family time, a bonding time, a time of friendship or refreshment. And anytime you're walking under the hot sun, the first thing that comes to your mind is Coca-Cola. You're looking for the next store that has, where you can get a chilled bottle of Coke. What has Coca-Cola done to you? They've sold the emotion to you. Right. So people will buy when you know how to connect to the emotions behind your product and service. How do you make them connect to the emotion behind your product or service? That is the only way they will buy from you. People respond to emotions. We are all emotional beings. So until you learn to sell the emotion behind your product and service, you may struggle to make sales. You may struggle to make sales. On my WhatsApp status, on my profile, sometimes I sell the emotion. Like, how does it feel to become the next landowner or the next landlord? How does it feel to have properties lined up in your children's name, even while you've not given birth to them yet, while they are yet unborn? How does it feel to secure your children's future right from this moment? How does it feel to just sleep and wake up to, bank alerts on your phones? I'm selling the feeling. I'm selling the emotion. I'm not selling any products. I've not mentioned land or house. But you're already imagining, wow. Imagine sleeping and waking up every day to a bank alert. A bank alert not less than 2 million naira. Right. So who wouldn't be interested in that? Like, the feeling is out of this world. Right? Like, man, 2 million naira every day, or 2 million naira every 3 months quarterly. Let's be fair. Let's say 2 million naira quarterly, right? Who wouldn't feel good hearing that? Like, how does it feel? What's the feeling behind that? If I tell you that by the time you wake up tomorrow, you get an alert of 2 million naira. I've not told you that the source is through a property or housing estate or whatsoever. I just told you that, or I just try to tell you that you get an alert of 2 million naira when you wake up tomorrow morning. You're already excited, right? You feel excited. In fact, you can't wait for you to be in tomorrow morning. Why? Because I've sold a feeling to you. I've sold a feeling of excitement to you. Now, you have to be careful when you're doing this, because you don't want to sell the wrong emotion. Don't promise people what is not true, what is not real. Because at the end of the day, if they buy from you, if they patronize you and discover that you've just sold a lie to them, you'd kill your brand, you'd kill your integrity, because they won't trust you anymore and they won't be interested in doing any business whatsoever with you. So be certain that the emotions you're selling is real, is true. Real estate will help you generate passive streams of income on the long term, continuously. That is real estate for you. So if I tell you that you can wake up every 3 months to 2 million naira through real estate, it is 100% possible. And that's a good feeling. So sell the emotions behind your product and your service, not the product, not the service. Don't sound salesy. People are not interested in people who just want to grab their money or take money from them. They won't patronize you. So learn to sell the emotions, learn to sell the benefits, and that is how you can win as an entrepreneur or business owner and sell massively, even without having to having to run ads or, you know, post your products on your WhatsApp status and all that. Today we are seeing a land in Ekpe, tomorrow we are seeing another one at Ibejuleki, tomorrow you are seeing on your status you are telling us that, you know, you are a badass content writer or you're a badass editor. Next tomorrow we are seeing the same thing. We would get tired. We'll get tired of seeing that thing. Just tell us the benefits. Like, why should we patronize you? Why should that person hire you? Why should we hire you for the job? Right? Why should we hire you? Sell the benefits. What do we stand to gain from patronizing you? What do we stand to gain from doing business with you? Sell the benefits, sell the emotions. How are we going to feel? Like, if you write my content for me on social media, how is it going to, you know, present me before my target audience? Is it going to present me as a thought leader? Is it going to present me as an authority in my niche? If you sell that feeling to me, there is 70%, in fact 95% chances that I might patronize you, because I want to be seen as an authority in my niche. I want to be seen as, you know, as a thought leader. So I might patronize you because you just saw the feeling I want to get to me. Right? So the reverse decoy is very helpful, you know, in helping you 10x your sale if you really want to sell. I hope you're getting value. Let me know in the comment section. If you're getting value, just drop value in the comment section. Drop a value in the comment section if you're getting value. I'd love to know. Please drop a value in the comment section, guys. Drop value in the comment section. I want to know if you're getting value from this call. I'm sorry, there is a lag in the network, so it gets to you long after I might have said what I'm saying. I'm sorry about that. The network is a bit unstable today. If you're getting value, guys, let me know in the comment section. Just drop a value. Drop a value in the comment section. Okay. Oh, amazing. Ola, I'm getting value. Amazing. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for your feedback. So guys, I'm just going to go into the last phase for tonight's call. The last phase for tonight's call. On this phase, I'm going to talk about positioning. How do you position to be found? How do you position before your target audience? How do you position before your ideal customer? You know, something happened to me in 2019 or 2018 slash 2019, quite all right. I wanted to venture into the real estate industry afresh, and I was located in an environment that was very discouraging, like very discouraging. Everybody in that environment, in fact, I'm very sure those people cannot afford, you know, I'm not trying to spite them, but I'm just trying to be realistic here, right? You know, I know that they couldn't afford the kind of property that I was going to propose or that I wanted to sell to them, right? So that was one of the things that really was a struggle for me. So eventually I had to relocate. I had to leave that environment to a better place, right? And that was how I began to connect better with my target audience. So positioning, guys, you own a business, you're running a service, or you're offering a service rather. You own a business and you're offering a service. Are you located in the right place? You already know who your target audience are. You know who they are, right? You know where to get them. Are you located where they can find you? And that is, I think, one of the major problems or issues that business owners and entrepreneurs have, especially those who have who operate on site. Like you have a shop or you have a store, you have an office. Are you located where your target audience can find you? This is one important question you need to ask yourself. If you want to sell to high profile individuals, you want to sell to executives, and you're located in the village, like how is it, how can it even work? Let's say you're a caterer and your cakes, the least amount you sell, in fact your cheapest cake is like 15,000 naira, and you're located in one, community deep inside one village in Okitipupa, and you want to sell cake 14k, like that's your cheapest rate. Who will patronize you? Who will patronize you? You need to be intentional about positioning. If you want to 10x your sale, you need to be where your target audience are. You need to be accessible to your target audience. You need to be accessible to your clients and your ideal customers. The same thing applies to service providers, especially if you are an online service provider. You need to be intentional about your platform. You need to be intentional about your platform, right? The kind of target audience I'm after are majorly on LinkedIn, and that is why I give LinkedIn my 100% attention, right? I give LinkedIn my 100% attention, even though I'm trying to build, on other platforms, because I have figured out where my target audience are and I want to be where they are. So if you're an online service provider, you're an editor, you're a copywriter, where are you positioning yourself? Are you positioning yourself to be found by your target audience? Are you positioning yourself on platforms where your target audience can find you, on platforms where they can connect with you? That is very, very important, because if you're not intentional about it, it becomes a problem for you to sell. It becomes a problem for them to even find you and connect to you, or connect with you rather. Positioning also entails your contacts. Who are those people on your contacts? The people on your contact list, can they afford what you're selling? Can they afford to pay for your products or your services? Now, I'm not saying that you should begin to unfriend your friends and begin to cut off from, those you have around you. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to start connecting with people who can pay for your products and your services. And you need to be intentional about that. You need to get those people on your contact list. That is one of the ways you position. Because no matter how you post on your status from now to tomorrow, if the people on your contact list cannot afford it, they won't patronize you. If the people on your contact list cannot afford that product, or if they are not interested in that service, they won't patronize you. So how well are you positioning to be found? How well are you positioning before your target audience? You need to be intentional about this. Positioning is key. Engagement is also a part of positioning. A lot of times I'll take my time to just engage on other people's posts. I'll take my time to engage on, my target audience posts. I do that intentionally because I am after something, right? I do that intentionally because I want to position myself. I want to position myself as both an authority in my niche. I want to position myself in the minds of my target audience. I want them to see me as a thought leader. I want them to see me, as an expert in my field. And so I'm intentional about positioning myself through strategic engagement. So positioning is very key, people. You want to 10x your sale, you need to be willing to position yourself appropriately. You need to position right. You need to position to be found. You need to position on the right platform. You need to position with, by having the right contacts around you, the right contact list. You need to position through strategic engagement. So I hope you got value on this call. I'm gonna stop here for tonight, because of time, and I'd love to have you on 10x your sales masterclass, because we're going to have a masterclass in June. And it's going to be more comprehensive, because it's going to entail everything that has to do with starting your business, setting up your business rather, building a working structure around your business, setting up strategies that will keep your business functional, like highly functional, even in your absence. So it's going to be a whole lot. You can get the link to 10x your sales masterclass on my bio after this call. just go on my bio to get the link. If you have difficulties locating the link, you can send a DM to me and I'll send the link directly to you so that you can register. The next Your Sales Masterclass is going to be massive. It's going to involve a lot of information. It's going to take you from a freelancer to an entrepreneur. All those things you normally do out of fear, you become more bold in doing them. You become more buoyant. You have all the necessary information and tools you need to establish yourself as an authority in your niche and in your industry. So do well to register for 10x Your Sales Masterclass. Now, if you have any questions, I would love to take your questions right about now in the comment section. So let me know, do you have a question around anything I've talked about today? I'd love to have your questions, guys. Anyone with a question, just drop your questions in the comments and I'll answer them. If you do not have a question, just drop I'm good. I'm good. I would love to know if you're good. I'd love to know if you're good. Just drop in the comment section, guys. If you're good with everything we've talked about today, you have no questions, no confusions whatsoever, you're perfectly okay, you fully understand, and you're ready to run with this information, just drop in the comment section. Drop I'm good, drop value. I love to see it. So guys, please, I encourage you, register for 10x Your Sales Masterclass. I'd love to see you there because it's going to be a game changer for you, for your business, and trust me, you're not going to remain the same because you're going to be learning a whole lot. You're going to be learning a whole lot. The information is massive. It has over 50 slides, so you know what that is. Over 50 slides. We're going to be having videos, video content, lectures. It's a whole lot, guys. I don't want to bore you with the information or get you too excited. Just register for 10x Your Sales Masterclass and I'll see you in the masterclass. If you've not followed me yet, kindly follow at Asha by Abigail, or just simply type out my name at Abigail O or Della Day and you have my profile popping up. I look forward to doing more of this with you and getting your feedback on this call. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.